Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People's Show. Check the Pulse of Husker Nation. Brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, game day is almost here. Bring on our newfound good buddies, the Ohio State Buckeyes. All right, so for Nebraska to have a successful season this year, here are three things that I believe could happen. Now, if you want to define success by wins and losses, and I'll be honest with you, there's going to come a point in time where that's all that matters. Okay, Scott Frost is still trying to build something, still trying to get something going. Obviously, it's been a little bit different of a year, and just like the worst written movie in history called 2020 has been this year. I do believe we can still learn a lot from this team, but I'll get to that later on in the show. You could just say, hey, 4-4, get to a bowl game, especially with some of the recent success or lack thereof the Huskers have had with the tough schedule, with the way things have been. Hey, let's get to a bowl game 4-4. Adam, show over. Well, I did give my record prediction about a month ago. Nebraska's had a different football record about every other day, it seems. So I've done like 24,822 different record predictions. But the last one, the one that matters, was about a month ago if you want to go back and check it out. But let's dive a little bit deeper, beyond the wins and losses, while we're still building something here in Nebraska, because some of the schools are at the top of the staircase of success. Whether we like it or not, it's Clemson, Alabama, probably Ohio State, so on and so forth. We're still trying to climb that staircase of success. Here are the three things that I believe that need to happen, because there's no elevator to the top, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just zoom to the top of the elevator of success. You got to climb it one step at a time. So let's start, number one, by beating every team that we're supposed to beat. Okay, now, Northwestern, Illinois, Purdue. We don't have a whole lot of teams on our schedule this year where I look at it, it's like, oh, that's an easy game. In fact, really none. But when you think about Nebraska football, and I respect Northwestern, they give us a tough game every year. I respect all these schools that I'm talking about. But when you think about Nebraska football versus Northwestern football or Purdue football or Illinois football, Nebraska should win. Okay, we're still building to that. But we got to get to the point, starting this season, where we win each and every game that we're supposed to. All right, if you want to compete with Ohio State and the likes of them, you got to start by beating every team you're supposed to. Number two, be competitive and have a chance to win each and every game. You look at the remainder of the schedule. I mean, it ain't no cupcake schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on which preseason poll you looked at way back when, because some teams have played about 4 games and Big Ten teams haven't played at all, so it's kind of hard to know which poll to look at. The other 5 teams, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Penn State, Minnesota, and Iowa. 5 teams in the top 20, 4 in the top 15, 3 in the top 12. You get the idea. It's not an easy schedule. It's been chatted about before on here, on this program and other programs alike. Here's my point. Be competitive and have a chance to win every game. You look back to the Ohio State game 2 years ago. Adrian Martinez's freshman season, on the road, in Columbus, playing one of the best teams in the country, eventual Rose Bowl Big Ten champion, the Buckeyes that season. We had a chance to win. We were competitive. We were right there. We lost by 5. And obviously you want to win all these games. Obviously you want to go 5-0 versus these teams and 8-0 overall in the season. But while we're climbing that staircase ladder of success, be competitive in each and every game and have a chance to win and maybe eke some out. Which leads me to number 3. Pull off at least one upset. We're going to be an underdog in probably 5 or 6 of these games coming into this year until we see how some of these games unfold. But that's how the preseason predictors look at the moment. Pull off at least one upset. If we beat the 3 teams that I think we should beat, and we pull off at least 1, maybe 5, but at least one upset, that puts us at 4-4. Hey, we're into that bowl game. Okay, especially with the tough schedule and a different year. Now, this could change. Let's be honest, COVID changes everything. Maybe we get a whole 8-9 games this year plus a bowl game. Maybe we get 2. Maybe we have every player healthy for every game. Maybe we don't. The New England Patriots barely practiced the past 2 weeks. Cam Newton's been out for a couple of weeks himself. We don't know what's going to happen. But I actually think we can learn a lot from this Husker team because they've had time to work out. They've had time to practice. They've had time to prepare. Year 3 under Scott Frost. If it works out that we play a full schedule, have all our starters every game, don't have games canceled, we could learn a lot about how the coaching staff's going to handle some of the ups and downs of this COVID season, how the players are going to handle the culture. Or maybe we don't learn a lot and it's a little bit of a mulligan because we have a bunch of things that happen from COVID. Here's my point. These are the 3 things if Nebraska's going to have a successful season that I believe could happen. Okay, beat every team we're supposed to, be competitive, have a chance to win, and pull off at least one upset. Throw the bones. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.